Yo guys, how's it going? Hope you're all well and welcome to another episode here on the channel. I would do the wave emote, but unfortunately it doesn't want to do it for some reason. I don't know why. So we're just gonna stand here and stare intently into the camera instead. Um, but yeah, anyways, in this episode, what we're going to be doing is some mining. We're going to go to the Aaron's Halo. I do love mining on Lyria ordinarily, but we'll save that for another episode. But before we go anywhere, we are going to touch up on the rented prospector. We're going to just chat about that a little bit, and we're also going to kit out my prospector with exactly what we need to go and do this mining. But anyways, without further ado, let's get stuck into this episode. Alright guys, so here we are on the Urkel Games website. This is the calculator, so you can use this to customize your ship with the best available items for that ship. So you can customize your shields, the power plants, the coolers, the quantum drives, the weapons, etc, etc. Now for the prospector, what we're going to do is just upgrade the mining laser and probably the quantum drive, because we want to be able to, mine our items a lot easier, but we also want to be able to travel from where we're mining them back to the refinery as quick as we can, before this quantanium basically explodes, because that is what we want to be mining. Quantanium is the most valuable item out there, so that's all we're going to upgrade. There's not really much point in upgrading weapons, in my opinion, anyway, because if you're going to get into a fight, the chances are you're going to lose anyway. This ship is not built for fighting. It's literally built for one thing, and that is mining. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people out there that have won fights in the prospector and so on and so forth, but in my experience, in my opinion, if someone's going to attack you, the chances are they're probably going to beat you anyway. You could upgrade the shields, I guess, and maybe take a few more hits, and it might just give you that little bit of an extra, a couple of seconds to sort of like get somewhere to safety. So that is always a possibility, but I'm not going to bother today. I'm just going to upgrade the mining laser. All right, guys, so for the quantum drive, what we're going to go with is the Siren. I've never used this drive before, but just looking at the statistics of it, it looks absolutely incredible. Okay, its distance that it can cover is quite short in comparison to some other drives, but it is absolutely rapid, and its spool up time is super, super low at 2 seconds. So yeah, we're going to head out and get this drive in a second, and you can get it from Platinum Bay in Crew L1, Cousin Crow in Orison, Platinum Bay in Crew L5, Platinum Bay in Port Tresla, and Dumpers Depot in Area 18. So those are the locations to get this drive from. But before we go get that, we're also going to go and get the Lancet Mining Head 1 as well. In my opinion, the Lancet Mining Head is best value for money at around 23,500. You can't go wrong, and it's absolutely amazing. Its stats are brilliant. So yeah, in my opinion, everyone should be using the Lancet Mining Head 1. And you can get this from the refinery stores in Arc L1, the refinery stores in Crew L1, the refinery stores in Her L2, the refinery stores in MIC L1, Shubin Interstellar Services in New Babbage, and Tammy and Sons in Lawville. Now, we're already in Lawville, so we'll probably just go get it from Lawville, and then we'll head over to Crew L1 and go get the Quantum Drive. So yeah, I'm going to go grab those guys, and then I will be back with you as quick as possible. Alright guys, so something we forgot to touch up on is modules. Now I like to use two modules specifically, one called the Surge module and the other is the Stampede module. The third module is kind of up to you really what you want to go for. I mean, some improve like stability, some improve shatter damage and things like that. So it's kind of just going through them and deciding what you want to use. But for me, I like to at least have the Surge module and the Stampede. Now we probably won't need the Surge module for asteroids in the Aaron's Halo, but we will certainly need them for Lyria because the mass is a lot sort of higher on those rocks. But the Surge module, essentially what it does is it gives a burst of energy and allows the Optimal to suddenly fly up, and then the Stampede module, for better words, kind of holds it in place, and then it will slowly like rise up to exactly where you want it. We'll kind of go through that anyway when we're out there looking for the asteroids, and I'll kind of show you exactly what I mean by the optimal, etc. But yeah, we can't get the Stampede module here at Lawville, unfortunately. I think it's at Arc L1, so we'll head over there, grab that as well, before we actually go into the Halo and start to sort of mine. So yeah, let me just grab these modules, and then I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so we are at Crew L1 and we have everything that we need now to go out and mine with the Prospector. We upgraded to the Siren as we said earlier on, and then if we go to Utility over here you can see that we've got the Lancet head on, the Surge module, the Stampede module and the Brant module. Now the Surge module you can't buy here at Crew L1, but you can pretty much buy everything else. So you can buy the Stampede module, I think you can buy the Brant module, but don't quote me on that one, I haven't fully checked that, but I think you can. The Lancet Mining Head 1 you can definitely buy here, and again you can buy the Siren drive here as well. So you can get most of the things that you need from this station. So yeah, I'm ready to go with the Prospector now, but before we do, we'll quickly jump into the rented Prospector. Alright guys, so to get the rented prospector you have to go over here to the Vantage Rentals. You can do this at any refinery on any station, I believe. And you can rent the prospector for 51,500. Now it is worth noting that you can't mine Quantanium with the rented prospector. However, you can collect and gather Quantanium with the rented prospector. So if you do have a friend who actually owns a prospector, get out there and do those mining missions with him, you know, as much as possible, because he can sort of spot and cut for you while you can gather it all up. Which is absolutely awesome. And if you find a cluster, of course, then you can both gather quite a lot up together. It's up to you if you want to kind of solo it, but like I say, you can't get the Quantanium, so you will have to get the next best thing. And I don't know if it will be worth it. You know, at 51k, you'd have to put quite a lot of effort in, but at least with one Quantanium run with a friend, you've instantly made that back and profit straight away just from one run, providing you find the right percentage of rock, of course, which I recommend anything above sort of 15k, 15%, sorry, 15k, what am I about, 15% at the very, very bare minimum. Obviously, if you've been searching for a little while and found nothing, then yeah, you may be a 10% or whatever. But yeah, 15 sort of percent, 20% is probably the bare sort of minimum I would look at. But yeah, I'm waffling on, guys. So that's probably it for the rented prospector. So let's go to the Aaron's Halo and actually start mining. Alright guys, so we are in the hangar ready to go to the Aaron's Halo. Now what we want to do from crew L1, we want to set a course to arc L3. And then once we've set that route, we want to kind of stop anywhere between 10 and 12 million kilometers. And that should put us straight into the Aaron's Halo. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go and take off and I will meet you when I'm in there. Alright guys, so here we are out in the Aaron's Halo right now. What we've already done is set ourselves a route back to crew L1 so that once we finish mining some Quantanium, we can just head straight back there, which will be absolutely awesome. What you want to go do now that we are in the Aaron's Halo is push M. And then you can do it at 360 if you want, but what's going to happen is it's going to scan everywhere all around you. I want to do it just in front of me only, so I'm going to push the full stop button and bring it down to 179 degrees, as you can see on the left. And then we're going to go out and push tab and set out a ping. And what it's going to do is find some rocks for us. So we'll look up at this one over here. And then what we're going to do is go down to 2 degrees and we will scan again. We'll start moving toward it because why not? That is an E-type, as you can see there, just to the right of the mining mode. We do not want that. So we can go back and reposition our FOV to 179 and we can put out that ping again. We use this little marker here as a kind of a reference to what's in front of us. So we'll go out, hit that ping again. There's nothing coming up on the bottom left or anything, so is there? No. So it's just what's in front of us at the moment. So we're going to keep moving forward until we find something. And what we want is we want a Q-type. So we're going to keep hitting that ping button until we eventually find something. We did put it onto the right mode, didn't we? Yeah, we did. I thought then for a second we'd kind of forgot and kept it on 2%, but no, we're good. We're just going to keep hitting that ping. And then there's another one up here at 13. So we're going to go down to 2%. Well, not 2%, but 2 degrees. There we go. We'll get it right in a second, guys. And then we're going to ping again. I don't think that one's going to scan, so if it doesn't, we just move on. No, that one's not going to scan at all. Oh, it is. It's another M-type. So the good thing is obviously you can like determine what is there before you've even gone near it. Because one of the old methods I used to use when I first started mining was literally going to every single cluster and then like checking the rocks. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to be doing. So you want to definitely be going to 179 degrees really, and then just keep scanning what's in front of you, and we'll see if anything new pops up. If it doesn't pop up right now, I will keep searching, so we're not just wasting time on the video, because I know you don't want to see me waffling on or hear me waffling on. There's another one up here, so let's just quickly check that one. We'll just give one more ping before we change it to 2 degrees. And then we'll bring it back down to 2 degrees and we will ping one more time. That is an E-type, yeah. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're just going to go and find that Q-type and, yeah, I'll be back with you in a minute. But at least you know how to do it, how to scan. And then just to the right there, it can tell you all the information you need before you've got anywhere near it at all. So this is kind of the scanning meta in the Aaron's Halo. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we have found a rock at 27.8%, which is absolutely amazing. It does have another rock next to it, but unfortunately it's only 2%, so we're not really interested in that one. What we are interested in is this one here. As you can see on the top left, we are in insufficient range. So if you just move a little bit closer, nice and slowly, and then we'll get that into the optimal range. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is stick the laser on, put it up at 100%. And we're going to go and use that surge module now, which is in slot number 1, as you can see at the top. So it's Alt 1. So we're going to hit the surge, and it will boost that right up there onto the top, sorry, on the right side. And then once it gets into the green, we're going to hit that stampede mode, which hopefully will be very, very soon. I don't really think that we need the surge module for most of the time. It's obviously a little bit of patience. I mean, in the Aaron's Halo, I tend to find that most of the rocks are good enough to cut. So yeah, I think it will go up into that optimal eventually. It just will take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. It's mainly the ones on the Lyria that seem to be harder to cut. I think the ones in Aaron's Halo are a lot easier to cut, to be honest. As soon as it gets into the green, we're going to go ahead and push Alt 2, because that's what the stampede is on, you know, in slot 2 essentially. And the Brandt module is a passive one, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Let me just get it to the middle here. Come on, keep going, get into that optimal. There we go, Alt 2 now. That will hold it, and then it should burst up nice and quick. Just drop that down a little bit. We don't want to go into the overcharge. And then that should cut the rock. Absolutely beautiful. Just back away a little bit. And that's it. That's how you use the surge and the stampede mode. So now we're going to go ahead and cut these rocks. Alright guys, so now that these rocks are cut up, we're not going to use the surge module or the stampede. We won't need it. So this one here is 100% contanium, so that's absolutely amazing. Let's go up and scan them all and see what they are exactly. That one there's not going to be very good, but we'll scan them all anyway, because why not? No, that's 0.6, so we're definitely not going to get that one. What have we got here? That's going to be rubbish as well. No, that's not even any contanium at all. Neither's that one, so I think it's just going to be these bottom two here. Oh, hang on, there's a third one, sorry, I didn't notice that. I thought there was just two. This one's going to be very good. Yep, so it's like 53%, so we'll get that one last, I think. You want to try and fill up as much as possible with 100% contanium. So really what we're going to do is just cut these two here. So that one there on the right and that one there on the left. So we're going to get into optimal range once more. We're going to hit the laser and we're going to scroll up using the mouse wheel. We won't need to go to 100%. There's a lot of lag there trying to go back down. Jeepers. Okay, so we'll go up nice and slowly. We'll start at like 60% and we'll see where that lands us. It's going up quite fast. I will say it's been a while since I've cut some rocks, to be fair, so yeah. We're just going to go back down to the 20, roughly 20% here. Go down to 10%. Let's go right down to 0%. Back up again. Back up again a bit more. Come on. Around 40 to 20%. We just need to hold it into there, that area. That's it. Keep going. Back up again. Back down. I'm going to back off here a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. It's been a while. It has been a while, so a little rusty with that. A little rusty. And we'll go ahead and cut this one. I think we're going to go around this side, though, to cut it, just so we're a little bit more away from all the rocks. Beautiful. There we go. And we'll go into optimal range again. And once again, we're going to go up slowly, a lot slower this time. So we'll start with about 30%, maybe 37%. We'll see how it goes. Just this is what you want to do. Just go up gradually. The first rock I did, I kind of went up a little high there to begin with. That's why we went into the overcharge. So that's going quite high up on 30%. So I'd say 15 at the minute. Let's see how we get on with that. Let's go up a little bit more. It's just trying to control it, trying to get like used to where exactly what percentages you want to go between here. So 10%, 19. Just keep scrolling up and down. Give it a little bit of a burst, like. And now we're going down. That's not good. There we go. Right down. Right back up. Nearly done. Beautiful. Right. So that's all that we need now. So what we'll do is we'll go and scan these rocks one more time. We want them now that they're purple, they're the ones that we want to be scooping up. So we want to scoop up all these 100% rocks. So if we right click now, we can start to suck up all the rocks. And then as you can see on the top right there, or on not the top right, but sort of like right middle of the screen, you can kind of see how much contanium is filling up in my cargo. If for instance, you're scooping up 100% rock and it doesn't give you contanium and it gives you inert, don't worry. It's just a bug. It is giving you contanium. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop up all of this rock. We should have scanned the other ones, but we've got more time than you think. There's no need to panic. Obviously, after a certain amount of time, I think can't remember offhand, but maybe like 13, 14 minutes. Your ship will explode if you don't get this back in time. But you have a lot more time than you think. It's, you know, so you don't have to panic too much. What do we got here? I think this one's 100% as well, surely, right? Yeah, I thought so. And then it's just a case of what's left in the other 14, in the other 4 rocks, shall I say. So we're doing quite well here. We've got 16, 17% so far. 18 now. Nice, I like it. Alright, so we're going to scan these last few purple rocks. No need to panic, no need to rush. Just take your time. Another 100% rock. This is absolutely amazing. We're on for some decent profit here, I think. 22%. So we've nearly filled up the cargo already. We're getting there. This is good. And like I say, if you had a rented prospector now and your friend found you this rock and you went and took it, you've already paid for your rental, you know. So we're going to get a little bit of inert here, unfortunately, but it's fine because we're just topping up the 100% rock that we've cut. It's absolutely fine. 27% is a nice rock. We're going to get at least 200 odd K for that, so I'm happy. And then we'll just scoop this one up anyway, because why not? It's the last rock. Doesn't look like there's actually any... no, it's all 100% inert anyway. There's no point in even taking it. And there we have it. We've done. So now what we're going to do is push M, get rid of that. Get the spool, or the drive spooled up again. The quantum drive. And then let's get back to crew L1. Alright guys, we've made it back to crew L1 here. So I'm just going to go in nice and slow. A lot of people tend to... you know, like to race in as quick as possible and like hit the brakes as hard as possible, but I don't want to risk nothing. I don't want to bump into anything. I don't want to blow up, essentially, so I'm just going to take my time. Nothing's happening in particular at the moment. You know, this light hasn't gone on here. This volatile cargo light hasn't come on. If it goes amber, you've still got plenty of time to land. When it hits red, you've got 2 minutes, I believe. Although every time it has gone red, I have experienced a bug where when you go to store it and then you actually go to the refinery to get your Quantanium refined, it doesn't actually show. So I do like to try and get back before the red kicks in. So yeah, but like I said, you do have a lot more time than you think. You just need to be calm, cool, and collective, I guess. You know, there's no rush to get back to crew L1. Just gather up all your Quantanium, and then just yeah, just calmly make your way back to crew L1 or wherever it is that you happen to be going to. I like to operate out of crew L1 when I'm doing my mining in the Aaron's Halo. Alright, so it's given us a landing pad down here. I do like these landing pads, actually. They're really cool. Don't remember ever having to go inside them before, but it's been a while since I've done any mining and been to crew L1, to be fair, so must be something new with the update. Maybe I'm just missing something, I don't know. Slam those brakes on. Alright, we'll go into third-person mode, get that landing gear down. Might not be the smoothest of landings we've ever seen in our life, but we're good. Come on, doors, open up nice and quickly. Nice and quick. There we go. And then just drop down. Alright, sweet. And that's it. We're home. So the light still hasn't come on. We've got the Quantanium on board. We just get out the ship, get in the elevator, and we can go upstairs. So absolutely awesome. So I'll meet you as soon as we get upstairs from the elevator. Alright guys, so when you get to these panels, just go into there and store your ship, and then it can't blow up. And there we have it. Ship is nice and safe, the Quantanium's secure, and you can head off straight up to the refinery. So yeah, once again, I'll meet you when we get to the refinery, guys. Alright guys, so when you get to the refinery here, you just go up these stairs, into here, straight over to the refinement process. Click on the screen, begin, then we go prospector in the list here, set up a work order, and then here's our Quantanium here. So we want to click yes to refine, and we're going to go ahead and do the Dinix solventation. It gives you probably the best yield for the cheapest price. It does do it, I think, you know, the longest is going to take a day and 15 hours. But if you're doing mining every day, it will soon catch up and soon overlap. So you'll be making money every single day doing this anyway. And I'm going to go ahead and click confirm. So 1 day and 15 hours is it's not too bad, really. And like I say, if you keep mining each and every day, you'll soon catch up. Bearing in mind to get this Quantanium sort of transported from A to B to sell, you are going to need some kind of ship with storage capacity to do so. So bear that in mind. You can maybe even use a cutlass black potentially. I don't know for certain, but yeah, you could probably get away with using a cutlass black just to do small amounts of yields. Or even a freelancer would probably be your best ship, to be fair. But yeah, anyways, you can probably rent one and just use that, in all fairness. But anyways, I am waffling on again. Sorry guys, I tend to do that quite a lot, as I keep saying, and as you will realize when you watch these videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and click confirm, and that is it. That is mining and refining pretty much down to a T. And that's it all done, and then you just repeat as long as your patience runs out, basically, or keep, you know, however much patience you've got depends on how much mining you want to do. I like mining. It's kind of relaxing to me because, you know, you're out there in the Halo or on Lyria, for instance, which I will do a video, as I said earlier on in this video, which definitely the Surge module and the Stampede module are much more beneficial on Lyria than they are in the Aaron's Halo. I mean, the Aaron's Halo, you don't really necessarily need to use them. It's just patience and waiting for that optimal to go up. But yeah, that is it. That is, you know, refining and mining in a nutshell, guys. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome again to be back making content. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.